Hey guys, it's Madeline here at South by Southwest at the 2018 screening of Blindspotting.
I'm wondering what it was like trying to recreate the essence of your hometown in this film.
Well, we tried to pack the whole sort of Bay Area experience we've had into Oakland. It's a great hub conduit city that exemplifies a lot of the spirit of what the Bay Area was to us growing up. But it was about, there's a new Oakland. There's like the same way there's like a new Brooklyn, the same way people are telling me here there's a new Austin of like what happens when a place starts getting gentrified, right? It starts to lose this quality of something that you loved before. So we really tried to think of our favorite stories and landmarks and types of people and types of food and types of expressions and sayings and language that were essential to the way that we grew up. And just make sure that the script is jam-packed with stuff like that every place we went to is intentional because we knew that place, or somebody used to live there, or if we write a character, it's because we know somebody who feels exactly like that person or talks the way they do. And that was our like authenticity check all the way through the film.
I mean, that's amazing. I'm from Austin, and I completely understand that aspect of it.
Something about Austin that felt like the Austin.
The real Austin, yes.
You knew growing up, you're like not the one that people come to and talk about when they come to South by Southwest, not when they come for something else, but like your hometown. That's what we were trying to do with Oakland. Is like have Oakland people go, yep, that's the city that's getting erased right now. That's the city that I love and grew up with.
It was great. You never know how it's working while you're doing it, but being there, I hadn't got to spend a big chunk of time at home in a long time. So we shot in Oakland, and just getting to be there for a month without leaving was incredible. And the city really showed out, man. Like the homies came out, like and just getting to shoot in the real locations that we were envisioning when we wrote the thing. Just it really helped. So, but you don't know, you get a feel. And then it was really in the edit, kind of like watching it back in the edit, being like, oh my God, it feels like home. It was very gratifying.
What was it like having a co-star that you've known for so long and grown up with?
It was one of the best experiences of my life, obviously, but interesting because, our characters, Miles and Colin's relationship is different than Rafael and David's relationship. And they interact with each other differently. So, the scenes that are furthest away from how the two of us interact were, I think, more difficult actually to shoot than it would have been with somebody I didn't really know, because we have these modes that we're used to interacting with each other in, and so to do something drastically different from that was proved to be tricky sometimes.
That's okay.
Careful.
There it is. It was like it always is. It's like it's second nature. Like our shorthand is the reason why you talking a lot right now, and I'm right here. No, it's the shorthand. Like you work. My rule is always like when you find good people to collaborate with that understand you, that like get the way you work and make everything you do better. You just stick with them. You just ride it out with them at every turn. And so when this originally got brought to me 9 years ago to write this movie on my own under Jess and Keith, the producers. And the minute it was like, oh, you and David should write this together, it just clicked. And that's when it took off. We're like, yeah, that's the chemistry. We'll use our dynamic as the DNA for the film and let everything else kind of come intuitively. And we've been like that on everything we've ever done, and it just keeps working out. So we won't stop.
Obviously, you co-wrote this film, and I'm wondering if there was a particular scene that came out exactly the way that you had written it to be and planned it to be.
A scene that came out exactly.
A moment, a part of it.
There's my favorite scene in the film is the oldest scene, and it's without spoiling it, it's the only time you finally see Miles and Colin sort of having out with each other in an argument. And I've been imagining that scene for 9 years, and it's better. It's better than I thought it would be. And every time I see it, I kind of like get goosebumps and get excited again. I'm like, oh, this is like us at our best. So yeah, I always like watch the movie and wait for that moment. And that's when I finally like exhale.
Now I'm really excited to see it. I have one last question. What do you most hope that people take away from this film?
I most hope that people take away from this. It covers a lot of sort of timely subject matter, but I think the takeaway is in the title. Like, Blindspotting is about looking at something, or a group of people looking at something and not always seeing the same thing, even though they're looking at the same thing. And just the idea and the concept of, like, you have to take a little bit longer to take something in and make sure that you're seeing it in its entirety, is like the broad scoping mechanism in the film. And I hope that's the taste that you're left with in your mouth at the end of the film.
I mean, I hope that viewers are able to recognize a little bit of their own cities in it, and just maybe be inspired to sort of look under the surface of the cities that they live in and see, like, what was there before you were there, or what was there, what don't you know about that's brand new, or whatever. You know, every city is changing so rapidly, and I think in so many good ways and in so many bad ways and so many difficult ways, and like, so instead of not having the conversations with each other, like, let's actually explore the cities that we live in.